Good morning, guys. How we doing? Welcome to Trade Confident. We are going to have a blast today talking about Bitcoin, of how we could be getting bullish. I'm going to show you guys how to set up trend lines, how to accurately draw those, how to frame in the price, look at the indicators, look at actual metrics, showing you guys how long trades are actually increasing on the blockchain, giving you guys a bullish perspective of what's going to happen. So let's just dive in here. We're currently sitting at 101 for 101 wins on this channel. A Chainlink actually might be our next win for 102 for 102 wins. I just did that video. Chainlink, guys, has shot up 40% within the last about 72 hours. It's been incredible. So we're almost getting ready to take a win on that trade. So if you guys have been in Link and holding for a while, good job. You guys are you're almost in the profit. Probably going to call an exit within the next 48 hours on that. All right, and then second half of this video, I'll show you guys how to get into our trading over here so you guys do not have to miss another trade we take. I'll also show you guys how to get our indicators, which is helping us win every one of our trades here. And we're averaging about right between right now about 10 to 15% per trade that we're taking. So we're not scalping in here. We are actually taking some really decent profits. Currently showing you guys the actual account over here. I'll show this to you guys on Coinbase. Currently sitting at $100,208. So we're not doing too bad. We're very close to break even. Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let me teach you guys how to interpret these indicators, and then I'm going to show you guys how to set up trend lines. Okay, a lot of people are like, you guys who are new, you're like, how do I draw these trend lines? What am I looking for? What am I doing? So I want to show you guys how to set them up accurately and correctly, in my opinion, from trading with, literally teaching hedge funds how to do this, teaching people who work at banks how to do this, people at trading desks. I'll show you my interpretation of it, and hopefully this will help you guys. Okay, let's take a look at this really quickly, though. What we're looking at is we want to look at the trend dashboard, the price for swell money flow, and trend exhaustion. This is the first thing I do every single morning. I let my eyes just simply look over these three indicators here to give me an idea of what we're going to be expecting, because these are calling the tops and drops very well. What we're seeing right now is I'm seeing mixed emotions with retail traders. This is what I'm looking at as far as retail trader indicators, okay? Their stochastic and MACD is bullish. So they're like, okay, the market's fairly bullish. RSI was bullish here a moment ago. We probably see this flip back and forth here. So we're looking at the RSI, stochastic, and MACD being fairly bullish, but the moving averages, the price is still below the 50, 100, and 200 moving average. So this is still showing there's pressure to the downside. All right. Looking down here, so that tells me right now retail traders are in kind of a tug of war right now with their emotions. They're like, we don't know if it's going to go up, we don't know if it's going to go down. This is what everybody is feeling. Guys, if you felt like trading's been boring lately and nothing's happening, it's just because nothing has been happening. So that's why you're feeling that. It is during these moments you guys need to be setting up your trades, because big things happen out of these consolidation phases. They do not last long. Big moves happen. What happened last time when we got to this boring phase where things just went like sideways? We saw a major crash in the market. You need to be ready for a move up or a move down. Sorry, guys. I definitely did not mean to do that. All right, let's come over here. Price versus well, it's like a little portal. That would have been cool if we went somewhere else, but it didn't. Anyways, so price versus well money flow. What I'm looking at here is we are seeing the flow of money. It is heading out of the market here, which makes sense because we are seeing price action move down here. What we're looking at as far as trend exhaustion, overall, we're seeing this movement down. And it makes sense because we're moving down in the market. Great. What am I looking for, though? Trend exhaustion being high in this area, as well as well money flow being a little bit on the higher side, means we do have definitely, like visually, we have more room to move back down. We've obviously been down to the very low sections here before. When we saw this area, we saw this area as well. And when we get down here, this is where we are bouncing back up, and we're seeing the crypto market, kind of recover pretty nicely when we get down to these areas, even down to this drop that I'm showing you guys down here. This is when we saw the pump back up, as well as here we saw the move back up here. So yes, we do have more room to move back down, but this is the trend line I'm really watching right now, and it's at this level with this, we pulled this dot down here, the bottom of basically we're going to call it the wick value, and we're looking at this area over here where we're going to bring this into view now. What I'm watching for is if the trend exhaustion moves down to the bottom, the price as well money flow moves down here as well. This is where I'm expecting to see a bounce back up. Now, I'm hoping that this happens right around this area and we don't break the ascending support line, because that could be very bearish here, okay? So make sure you guys are watching these on your charts. Watch when we start trying to trend again. You guys are going to see the accuracy of how well these are actually calling the tops and bottoms. We did end up calling this drop up here because we simply saw the trend exhaustion high, and that is where we're able to call the drop back down. Previous times before that, we can definitely see when we got into these areas, we are seeing the drops back down. This is how we're actually able to call the drops in the market and how we're getting in and out of trades with the indicators. We use buy limits for entries, but the exits are done with these two indicators, and that's how we're 101 for 101 wins and possibly 102 with Link coming up here. Okay. Let me show this to you guys, and then we're going to actually go over the metrics for Bitcoin today. Take out a trend line. We're going to pull this up here. We're going to click trend line. What I want you guys to do is look for the high point on your chart and go right, and I just want you to click up here once and then drag your cursor over, and you're just going to drop this down. You're just going to drop it down, drop it down, drop it down until you hit something. Boom, right there. We hit this line. That is literally how you guys accurately draw trend lines. Now I'm going to do this again. This is going to be a little bit more of a weird way to do this, but I'm going to take the high here, and I'm just going to pull this down until I start seeing it hit something, and we hit right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this line. Do you guys see how this has actually been respected very nicely? We saw a drop here, drop there, drop there. We had a breakout. It ended up testing it again. It broke out, and then we bounced from here, and we bounced from there. Trend lines, just because they have a breakout, does not mean they are invalid. Okay, they will still play into the future analysis, and that's why I've kept this line on here for quite a while. The next trend line I'm looking at, which I want to make this a little bit bigger to show you guys, is this one down here. So we're going to take this, and I'm going to take this high on the chart. I'm going to go right. I'm just going to keep pulling this down until I hit something. Boom, right there. That's all I'm going to do is just pull it down until I hit something, okay? Let's move this over here a little bit. Let's go right about there. Okay. So what am I looking at as far as Bitcoin? I'm looking at we need to break the resistance here of this descending resistance, and we need to break this descending resistance as well to start moving back up. This is, in my opinion, maybe getting a little bit more bullish, because if by now we haven't moved down below this trend line, we could actually be seeing a bounce back up. Now, I know this is going to be a ridiculous prediction for some of you guys, but let's just possibly talk about this. What could this look like if we ended up seeing this pattern play out here, where we ended up seeing this move here in the market, and we didn't get a move back up here now, but what if we start seeing this start pumping back up here, so we start targeting previous structure highs? We could be seeing a move back up to around $70,000 for Bitcoin. And I would say if I had to give a projection on this, it would probably be, we could see this before the end of Q1 of 2022, which would be before April 1st, okay? That is what I'm predicting there. If not, and we break these supports here, the next area that we're going to drop down to that I've covered many times is $40,000. That is the greatest next catch point for Bitcoin. In this trade, we're doing absolutely fine because we've only hit our second buy limit. We still have 2 more buy limits to go down here, and our break-even entry is very close. So we have no problem with this trade. This is a very good one to be in. I'll show you guys how to set up the next trades here in a second. Let's go over and take a look at the metrics. These metrics will move the rest of the market, all of your other coins. Why? Because Bitcoin and Ethereum usually move the rest of the market. It's not true every single time, but they usually seem to be the rising tide. These are going to update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, let's get into this. Emotional index is sitting in the anxious phase right now, telling me that a lot of traders are saying, you know what, we're heading down here. We're not getting really greedy because we're not pumping up here. And a lot of people, I showed you guys on yesterday's video, money is flowing out of the market for Bitcoin, and it's moving into stable coins. Let me prove this to you guys real quick. This is very important you guys watch this whole video. When you watch this, you'll start to understand what's actually happening with crypto and how to predict these movements. Let's take this down here. So what I pulled, if you guys saw me do this, I ended up clicking plus and I did a BTC.D. This is the dominance chart that actually shows you the crypto cap for Bitcoin. It basically, let's make this very simple. Is money moving into the market for Bitcoin, or is it moving out? Clearly, money has been moving out. Money moved into the market on the pump. Money moved out of the market for the drop. Okay, great. Let me show you this to you guys now. Come over here and click plus and do USDC.D. Okay, this is USDC, one of the biggest stable coins, arguably probably the safest, and it's becoming extremely popular with a lot of people because of staking. All right, I'm gonna throw on another one here real quick so you guys can see this. USDT.D. This is Tether. It is obviously something that a lot of people hold their stable coins in. What's happening right now is the yellow and the blue are increasing while the market cap for Bitcoin is decreasing. Do you guys see this negative correlation here? This means that more money is being thrown into stable coins to earn on staking during this moment than it is into Bitcoin looking for pumps back up. This is why we have not seen a lot of action lately, and in the market's kind of been going sideways within this channel. Money is out of the market. Nobody's really trading Bitcoin that much. They're putting their money into altcoins. Is it not clear enough what's happening here that this is simply just clearly moving on an upward trend, and this is clearly moving on a downward trend here for Bitcoin? So the reason why we're not seeing any crazy pumps here is that there isn't money in the market to be traded. They're sticking their money, they meaning the crypto market as a whole, a lot of people are putting their money in stable coins. When this switches over and we start to pump again and this metric starts moving down here, that is where we're looking for the massive pumps back up. And I'll give you guys a little secret here. You want to be getting in now while money is in stable coins, because once the market starts taking off, money comes out of stable coins because people do this one thing. They say this. They say, my staking is most likely not going to make me enough or the same amount of money as a bull run in the market. So they switch from their staking positions and they move it into the market to make more money. That is how we start seeing crazy market moves back up. And I want to show that to you guys so you can see that. But you need to be setting up now. My personal take on this, guys, is get your money out of USDC and Tether and get into some trades here. Because here's the thing. When this thing shoots up and the people start taking their money out of, let's say USDT or Tether, that's going to be profits you've missed out on. And I know for a fact that those of you guys who are trading with actually reputable companies who are staking, you're only going to be able to do about 10.02% a year. If this thing shoots up to this area, we're going to do about 11% in maybe about 7 days. This is why I'm trying to tell you guys, staking's great, but I would be getting money out of there and actually getting it into positions. Okay, I know this is a longer video. I'm trying to give you everything though. Look at this. Long and short trades on the blockchain for Bitfinex. Long trades are increasing, guys, and short trades are staying the same. This is bullish. This is bullish. So I want you guys to be watching for the pump back up here. Again, trend exhaustion pushing back down to the downside, well money flow moving down here. We need to watch for that catapult move back up. That's how some of our guys in here are literally making tens of thousands of dollars scalping with these indicators. They're watching for this. I recommend you guys use buy limits, okay? But if you guys want to use these indicators to get into long and short trades on your own, maybe like 10% of your account, wait until the trend exhaustion is at a lower section here in the red section, and then wait for the well money flow to be low, and that's where you guys can get in here and you can start taking some quicker profits and start trading this back and forth. It's kind of fun. I personally don't trade like this. I use the buy limits for risk management because I want to keep more calm and not be so stimulated by market moves up and down. But we do have people making literally tens of thousands of dollars with these two indicators by buying the drops and then selling the pumps, and they're just going back and forth. Literally, it's pretty ridiculous what some people are doing. Let's move down here. Looking at long for short trade risk. Where's the risk? The risk is in the short trades. The favor is where the blue line is, and saying this is now a great time for a long trade. Just look at what we've dropped from. Like, guys, this is time to be buying. If the market was up here, I would be coming out on this channel like I was, and I would be saying sell, sell, sell. Sell your long trades, or at least get into some short trades. We don't take short trades on this channel, but you want to be looking to sell up here your long trades because we're due for a dip. Now take a look at this. Well, institutional smart money over here looking at Bitcoin. We're seeing that long trades are increasing over here as the price is moving down because it's a greater demand for the big boys. The big boys are buying the demand of this, while a lot of people in the markets are waking up and they're getting scared that we're going to drop down further. They're selling their positions. Now, I'll show you guys in literally like 2 minutes here how to get into our next trades, where I'm going to show you guys how to use good risk management and you'll get into these trades. But I'm telling you guys, from this perspective over here, same thing that happened, the opposite thing that happened when the market went up here. Short trades came out in the market for wealth institutions and smart money, and they dropped the price. Now we're looking at the price decreasing, and now we're seeing the price actually possibly due for a move back up because long trades are being acquired in here, okay? This makes sense because we can also see this from a blockchain perspective that long trades are increasing. People are getting ready to buy this, guys. We could be getting ready for a pump in Bitcoin, all right? This could get very exciting very fast. This is what happens when you have consolidation. When you have consolidation in a market like this, when you feel like nothing is happening, this is when the biggest moves happen. Could we drop down? Yeah, we could. I'll explain to you guys how we're going to protect ourselves in a second with that. But we could be moving back up. All right, let's get into here, and I'm going to make this a little bit faster. Support resistance prices, the greatest next resistance is at this level. It's going to be about, I would say we're about $48,000. Support is going to be about 57. So if we come up here and look at this, next strongest structure resistance is going to be up here. Support is going to be here. We really need to hold above this level. I've been calling out to you guys so many times. We need to hold above $45,000. A break below $45,000 will officially put us below the ascending support line, and that will put us below the support, and that's where we could easily move back down to 40,000. So I'm not going to change my sentiment about that. It has always been, the last 2 to 3 weeks, it has been we need to stay above 45,000. That's what I'm watching for. But this could get incredibly bullish here if we break these two. And if we break this resistance, guys, if we break the resistance up here of about about $52,000. The next resistance is going to be up here at about $60,000. That's going to be an incredible trade because we're all going to get into the profit, and that's going to be a lot of money flowing into our exchanges and in our accounts here because that's going to remove the rest of the crypto market here. Moving down here, dollar cost average entries. If you guys want to have a metric, literally you can follow every single day and get in and just take green lines. If you have $10,000, you want to throw $1,000 into each green line, do that. Hold it for 5 to 10 years. Incredible entries on the way down. Not going to give you guys entries way at the top. That's what these this metric down here is for, the exit points, looking at high points in the market before we're due for reversals. That's what this is going to help you guys with. But the dollar cost average entries for HODL, that's going to be a great entry for you guys who just want to hold for the long term. Looking at this, guys, we are seeing this is getting very close. The 200-day moving average is getting very close to crossing above the 50-day moving average. So if this crosses here, this is going to be what's called a death cross, which usually puts us into a bear market cycle. This is why $45,000 is so ridiculously important that you guys watch this. If we crash below 45,000, this market is not going to be bullish. Okay, we may get a bear trap to the downside, but we might not get very bullish because it's going to basically break a lot of supports. All right. Let me show you guys how to get into our trades now that you guys have been so patient in this whole video. I wanted to give you all that analysis. Let me show you guys how to get into our trades so you can start trading with us, because I'm taking these exact trades with you guys, okay? Here's the profits I was sharing with you guys over here. This guy did, what is this, like 5,000? Because guys, is 200 a year over here. We keep updating all this. This guy does $6,000 in a bear run over here. The whole market's been going down like crazy. Made over $7,000 between ADA and mana calls. Just added the indicators today. This guy, like the indicators you do not want to be missing for sure. $2,200 in the last 7 days. This guy down here did, like I told you guys, $20,000 this guy did with just the crypto and stock indicators, which is the trend exhaustion and the price versus well money flow. Really crazy. This guy does 25 for 25 wins in a row and grows his account 50% within about 6 weeks. Absolutely ridiculous. So here's what you guys can do to get over here and trade with us. It's only $49 a month. This gives you guys access into all of our trades. Every single buy limit. Guys, this membership should be like $300 to $400 a month. We are going to be upping the price of this, so make sure you guys do get in here and I'll grandfather all of you guys in. But sign up today on this and it will give you access to all the metrics I just showed you for our top 12 coins, and it will give you guys access to the live trades. Here's what you guys want to be looking at right now, so follow along with me. We're talking about Bitcoin and we're going to get into Bitcoin right now. But I want to show you guys all of our trades that you guys can take over here are set up on the single page here. Guys, hint, hint, I am getting into the next link trade with about $6,000 because I do believe the next link trade is going to be great. So make sure you guys are setting that up. Just a hint, hint, okay? Let's take a look at Bitcoin today. Here's what you guys are going to do to get into this trade. It's very simple. They're going to update at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, all of our metrics, and our entire website actually updates, the entire thing updates every single day, weekdays and weekend at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the website, this isn't just like a website you come and look at. Like, it is always updating every single day with new data and new information. That's why a ton of people log in here and we have a ridiculous amount of traffic on this website because we're always updating our metrics and they're updating every single day. So very good resource for you guys to be watching what's happening behind the scenes, especially with the well and institutional smart money and the emotions of the market. Watching those metrics, guys, are going to help you guys become more profitable. Let's take a look at this. Here's how you guys are going to trade, and this is how we've traded every single one of our trades. Let's say, for example, you have $1,000 you want to enter the market with, okay? Take this $1,000 and split it into 4 equal portions. 250 is going to go here, 250 here, 250 here, and 250 here, all right? Set all of your buy limits at the exact same time in your exchange. And then once your first buy limit is hit, you guys want to set your sell limit up here with an exit call, which is using a sell limit. It's simply put down here. Once your first buy limit is hit, set up the sell limit shown in green in your exchange for a 100% exit, okay? Once you guys do that, come over here and sign up for the Telegram access. So you guys just need you can do this on your phone, you can do it on your computer, it doesn't matter. Sign into Telegram on your personal phone or your computer first, and then click this link right here, and this will give you guys access into the actual Telegram channel where I'm calling exits for everybody and keeping track of the wins. You can also access this if you just go to the Telegram channel at the bottom link. If you guys have any questions, watch this video. It literally shows you how to set up buy limits, sell limits, and everything you guys need with this video, okay? Here's the last part, getting the indicators. The indicators right now are 81% off. If you guys want to trade with me, you need to make sure you are getting these 3 at minimum. It is the trend exhaustion, the price versus well money flow, and trend dashboard. It is better to get the bundle pack because this is going to save you guys more money per indicator. You're going to save about 21%. Some of these are about 58%. So about 21 to 23% you're going to save by just getting the bundle pack. And not only do you get the 3, you get 6 more indicators, giving you a total of 9 that you guys will be able to use moving into this next year, okay? This is what we are using to call exits in the market to get to our 101 for 101 wins. And this is also how we've been able to predict moves back down and why we are predicting a move back down on Link. I'll show this to you guys. We are predicting this move back down, and if you watch that video, we are getting divergence right now. Look at how awesome this is. you guys can now see when price is moving up and money's flowing out of the market, that's where you need to be watching for drops. This is showing divergence. Bitcoin over here, we can clearly see that money's been moving out of the market. So when we start moving back down to the bottom section again, like I mentioned to you guys, the trend exhaustion moves down. That is where we're looking for the next pump. So we could get a perfect storm here forming within maybe the next 48 to 72 hours where the trend exhaustion moves down, the well money flow moves down, and we start actually coming down to this support here again, and then we start seeing a blast off here or maybe a move back down. But watch these indicators because we've been able to call the last 15 drops on Ethereum. 15, and we were able to call this drop over here on the market, and a lot of people, those of you guys using our indicators to short, I don't teach you guys how to short. We go along on this channel, but those of you guys who are shorting made a ton of money on this short over here because you guys got into the top section where the trend exhaustion got high, well money flow was high, saying, hey, watch for the drop, and that's where you guys were able to get into the market for a short, and you guys were able to make money. That is pretty awesome for all of you guys. So make sure you're setting up the indicators today before those go up in price, because I will actually be upping the price of these 3 indicators in Q1 of this year. So they will be going up, which just gives you guys more of an incentive to get the bundle pack. I'm just trying to save you guys money. Look, we're trying to run a business over here. We've got, more employees. We're blowing up. I'm trying to give you guys the best service. We're going to be upping our product prices in order to accommodate for more employees to come on, so you guys get better service when you email in and questions that you guys have. It's all around better. Here's the thing, guys. Even with that, I'm going to keep the bundle pack at this price for quite a while. So you are not actually having to overpay. If you get the bundle pack, you will actually be able to have increasing value. I'm only upping the individual ones here, so that's what you guys are going to be seeing. The bundle pack is probably going to go up in price in the Q3 of this year, to just be completely honest with you guys, because this is super ridiculous. It's ridiculously undervalued for what people are doing over here. Literally, you'll see the price of this when you guys click over here, and you guys come over here and you're like, people are literally making $2,000. Like, the indicators are unbelievable and absolutely crucial to timing the markets. Yes, I totally agree. And he's made $2,000 over here. This guy over here, like I told you guys, he did $1,000. Well, this guy did $1,000. Excuse me. He did $8,000. I'm not reading this correctly. He did $8,000 in one day. This guy down over here, he's done about $8,000 to $5,000 for a livable wage. He doesn't think it's that much, but I think some of you guys are like, I could live off $8,000 to $5,000. Really cool guy we're working with. And this over here, guys, you guys know about the $20,000. Like, people are doing thousands of dollars in here. This guy did literally $61,000. We've had multiple people do $60,000 with our indicators and the metrics over here. $2.3 thousand, $2,300 in only one day with 2 indicators. Trend exhaustion and price for small money flow. Do you guys understand why I'm going to be upping the price now? They are far more valuable than what I'm trying to charge you guys. So the reason why I keep it low is because I knew there were people like me about 10 years ago when I only had about, literally like $500 to trade with, max $1,000. And how are you guys going to make your money back if you're only trading with $1,000 to $2,000? I want to help you guys. That's why the membership isn't $300 to $400, which is what it should be per month. I want to keep it lower for those of you guys who are new to trading. But here's the thing. I'm saying this clearly on these videos so you guys can get into this now, because I am going to be upping the price of this. Again, you guys are like, well, why wouldn't you honor that in the future? Here's the thing, guys. We got to run a business. It's either we up this and I keep giving you guys really good support over email and keep giving you guys the best content, or that lacks. I'm not going to allow that to lack. That's my word to you. I'm going to make sure we keep hiring employees as we grow so you guys get the best service possible. I try to make sure that my goal is to be the best email service possible. What you guys are looking for is, you're like, I want trade setups. Like, I'm not trying to sell you guys on this. Like, this is just honestly giving you guys insight into my business of how we run this. I want to give you guys the best setups. We have the highest win rate on all of YouTube that we can find. That's fantastic. But what you guys really need is to know that during the week, you need to be able to email in if you have a question, and you need to get support. My team is incredible. We have Josh and Jake literally working the entire day. Like, the entire day, working and answering your guys' questions. And that is why I'm able to honestly pay them very well. But we're doing that because we value you guys. When you email in, there's services out there where it's like, okay, it takes like 2 to 3 days to get a response. I've literally witnessed this myself. You guys will probably be waiting. I don't want to put unrealistic expectations on this, but we literally respond to some people 3 to 4 times a day over email. And that's what my dedication is to you. You need to know that you have somebody here that's going to help you. Myself, Jake, and Josh don't only just do like YouTube videos. We're helping you over email, and that's why we're upping the price so we can continue that really good service for you guys. So sorry to go on that little rant there, longer than I definitely expected, but definitely be watching for this move back up. Make sure you guys are getting the indicators, so we're going to be predicting these markets more. Watch the indicators. get your buy limit set up based off the membership over here. And like I said, link is one I'm going to be getting into probably within the next 48 to 72 hours. We're probably going to be getting back into link here on the drop. So make sure you guys are watching that. But make sure you guys are setting everything up. God bless you guys so much. I love working with you guys, and it's been so fun to go into 2021 now into 2022. And our goal is going to be to hit 110 for 110 wins in the month of January, and we're going to try to hit 200 for 200 wins in the year of 2022. So make sure you guys get everything you need. It's in the description, as well as I've pinned it to the comment. Basically, it's the first comment of the YouTube video if you guys scroll below. Get the indicators, set up your membership, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let's keep making some money. Bye, guys.